217 Recovery Podcast. It is September 12th, 2019. You're listening. It could be Friday the 13th. Yeah, some serious stuff. And my co-host Ryan, this is a nightmare situation for him. He's not feeling well. First it was like a sinus infection, and he felt like the flu, and now he's got an infection, and yeah, he's hurting right now. So probably not gonna appear on the podcast. I was actually thinking about taking him to the hospital, but he got some antibiotics the other day, and well, that's I think all they're gonna do for him. So we'll just keep an eye on him, though. I'm not sure what the emergency room would do for him, but he looks like he's in a lot of pain. So he's fighting through it, though. You know, he's not running out trying to use over it, which I'm sure it's a test for him, and he'll look at it down the road like, yeah, I mean, to say that he didn't, I don't know what, first of all, he's thinking, but to say that, you know, he didn't think about, man, you know, I know I got something for the pain, you know, but anyway, that's sad for him, and he'll get better. He'll see the people that he needs to see. Kind of excited, not just because it's about to be Friday the 13th, or is Friday the 13th, or could have been yesterday, Friday the 13th, depends on when you're listening, but no, a friend of mine back in Benton Harbor area, a friend of mine on Facebook, she has a business, and what she has is something that I think would really help with a healthy lifestyle. And you can quit drinking, you can do positive things, but physically, you know, I feel like I'm lacking in taking care of what I need to take care of. You know, like where I'm at mentally could be a lot better if my body was feeling better. You know, if I felt better about myself physically. And you're going to have an opportunity to know more about this and to kind of see and hear about what I'm doing. I'll be blogging about it. So, you know, it'll be pretty interesting. You'll see lots of pictures, I'm sure, and I'm just excited. It's like one of those things too, like the podcast that I do because I know it keeps me sober. It helps me. I say that over and over, but it really does. I found something that, you know, I was good at radio, podcasts, pretty much same thing. And it's something that I love to do, and it gives me a purpose. So you wrap all those things up in it. That's a recipe for success. You know, it just took a little inspiration, a little jump, as you could say, you know, as Steve Harvey would say, you know, you got to jump and just have faith that God will catch you. And that's what I'm doing now. And it's paying off, because on Monday I'll have 9 months sober. And that's just amazing. And some of the things that I've done, I didn't want to do. You know, I didn't want to live in a sober living house. I didn't want to go to a rehab for as long as I did. And, you know, I had to do all of those things. I didn't want to do them. I had to do them. So it was a difference. And that, I think, is a big difference in why I'm here right now and why you're listening to this podcast right now. So the healthy lifestyle thing is kind of like the same thing for me, because I know that if I commit to it, if I give somebody my word, like, yeah, I'm going to do this for you if you do that for me, I know I'm going to do it. I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm going to do the things I need to do, because I don't like to fail. And having that little bit of motivation, and I was talking to my boss about it today. He's a real cool guy. I actually kind of consider him a friend, but I was telling him that, you know, and I was like, maybe that's an easy way out for me, you know, or maybe I shouldn't be doing that. And he was like, no, he's like, you got to do what you got to do. And he's absolutely right. If I know that I have to make this kind of agreement, you know, to talk about it and to show the progress and to show you that you can do it too, because like I said, you know, taking care of your body is just as good as taking care of your mind. And somebody like me and like you, maybe if you're in recovery, that's one thing that we really didn't care about. You know, we just wanted to get that next drink. You know, we wanted to get that next fix or whatever. And the physical health, we didn't care if we ate. We'll eat some potato chips or a cheeseburger or something. We'll hit the the drive-through and get a little dollar menu, something, but we didn't really care as long as we had what we were wanting, what our bodies were telling us that we needed, what our brain was telling us that we needed, Like for me, it was both. So this is something that I think will be good for me. I think it could be good for you, and we'll try it out and see how it goes. But yeah, pretty excited about that, and hopefully in the next week or two, you'll be hearing more about that. But yeah, it is very important. As Ryan will tell you, you got to take care of yourself physically too. And sometimes it's, come out of nowhere, and you're just like, damn. But yeah, his face is swollen up a little bit. he just looks so bad. I feel bad for the guy, but he'll live. He's gonna be okay. Something else I want to talk about too, and I saw my friend Cece. She tagged me in it on Facebook, and it said that Family Fare was going to be giving out Narcan this Saturday. And I guess it's a statewide thing, and it's not just Family Fare. It's Walmart, it's Meijer, Rite Aid, I believe, Walgreens. They're giving out Narcan, 50,000 plus. So you might as well grab some if you know people, or if you're in the kind of circle that, we're in, where it just takes one time for somebody to go back out, especially if they have clean time. You know how dangerous it is for somebody who, thinks they have that tolerance still and they don't, or, it gets cut with a little too much fentanyl because somebody wants to have the best stuff on the block, you never know when it's going to happen. And you might be thinking, oh, well, nobody I know does it. You don't know that. You really don't. And to think like that, it's really, really naive. That's like Trump saying that kids come home and ask their mom, or tell their mom, Mom, I want a vape. That's just naive. And at first, I didn't really want to go on the whole vaping thing, but I guess I had to there. But the Narcan, though, there's a link if you want to know if a store near you is doing it. I put it under events because it is kind of an event. So you can go to 217recovery.com/events, or just go to 217recovery.com. You can scroll across the top and find the events and go see that. And also, we added the event for Benton Harbor, or St. Joe, technically. It's a recovery picnic on the 21st. We're going to be out there. Ryan will be there if he's not dead. I hope I didn't just jinx him. I did tell him I'd go to his funeral if he did die, though. So I hope that made him feel a little bit better. I'll be there. I told him I'd start a foundation in his name and then steal a bunch of money, buy a boat, just so I can go to jail. Just like never mind. It was a joke though, but no, he's not going to die. But yeah, we're going to be at the picnic on the 21st, and I want to say thanks to, I don't know how to say it, so I'll just say thanks to Anna's mom for the donation, and thanks to my mom for the donation. That is going to get us down there, and we can stay comfortably. And it's stuff like that we want to do across the whole state. And just right now, funds. It's out of our pocket, the stuff that we do, which I don't mind doing. It'll all take care of itself in the end, as long as I keep staying sober and we just keep pushing forward with what we want to do and just make what we want to do actually happen. And hopefully that inspires other people too, But Ryan inspires me with some of the things that he does, and, some of the people that I talk to that are in recovery inspire me. Tom McHale is a huge one. And I'm on this board now for Recovery Notes, which is very cool. I'm very excited about it. I think that can do really big things. There's some really great people on the board in Recovery Notes, if you're not familiar with it. It's something they do in Petoskey. I think they do something similar all across the state and probably all across the nation, where musicians, comedians, if you just want to get up there and read a poem or read something that you wrote, you can get up there and just share it. It's supposed to be a good time in recovery, but it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But I was honored to be asked to do that. And I know Tom is starting something else too with recovery, and you'll hear more about that coming up too. But Tom's got like 30 years and we had coffee yesterday, and he was telling me some of his ideas, and, he's like, how come, this kind of community, and I don't mean like the community here, I mean like a certain population of America, they have like parades, and they have this kind of stuff, and they have that kind of stuff, and you can go online and see, hey, is this community friendly to these people? And he's like, recovery people don't have that. Like, is Petoskey a recovery friendly area? Yeah, it is. Boyne City? Yeah. Is Charlevoix? Yeah. In my experience, they all are. But wouldn't you like to know that if you were going to relocate? If you were trying to find a community, if the community you live in is just not understanding, and they look at you like you're just trash, and they don't understand that, hey, you had a problem. Maybe you broke your leg. You got hooked on pills. Maybe your parents died and you didn't know what to turn to. It could be alcohol. It could be opiates. It could be meth. It could be anything. It could be marijuana, for crying out loud. So whatever it is, addiction's addiction, and it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you're white, black, poor, rich, tall, short, fat, skinny. It doesn't matter. There's nothing that teaches us in school how to deal with things. They cram a bunch of books down our throat and what they want us to hear and what they want us to know, but they don't actually tell us how to live and how to deal with problems. And I think that's something that we're missing in society. And I'm not gonna, there's nothing I can do about that, but I can see the problem though, and maybe I can do something about that. Maybe we all can do something about that. Teach kids in school, like, hey, look, just because you're feeling this way, you don't have to use. And, maybe if you start telling kids that, maybe that solves the bullying problem, because a lot of the kids that bully people don't have good home lives. There's something missing there. And you're like, oh, yeah, they got tons of money. And no, there's something wrong there. There's something wrong. It's not, and it shouldn't be in a kid's nature to go around just picking on other kids. But they do that, I think, in my opinion, to make themselves feel better, to make themselves feel like they fit in. So, maybe if we teach kids early how to deal with what's going on, they won't have a substance use disorder when they get older. We're not going to solve the problem overnight, that's for sure, but I don't know. What's been going on really is not working, so I don't know. I'm up for it if you want to try something new. Send your kids to the Winfield School. You never know. They might learn a thing or two. Maybe not. But anyway, yeah, the Benton Harbor thing, though, to get back on track here. Go to events at 217recovery.com. And once you go there, too, you can scroll left and right. I think it's mainly just take your finger on the right-hand side, and then I think that's called a swipe left. Swipe right. I think, yeah. I don't know. You need to figure it out, but I'm certain that you will. If you're looking on your computer, it'll probably be a lot easier for you. But if you are on your computer, make sure you use Google Chrome, because that'll load better for you, or Firefox, whatever you use. But yeah, so Ryan, I'll let you know if he's still living on Saturday. Let's just pray for him, and maybe send him some get well wishes. And thanks for listening. And if you haven't listened to this, your first podcast, sorry, I do this one again from my mobile device. Normally we do it on a computer, but I couldn't get all that stuff out. And like I said, Ryan's like out of it, so I didn't really want to make too much of a scene here. So listen Saturday, though, and listen to some of our other podcasts. Maybe you'll catch something. Maybe you'll laugh. Maybe you'll cry. Who knows? You kind of get it all. We're just trying to have a little fun, trying to inspire, and trying to help, and we're having fun in recovery. Talk to you Saturday.